All right, they officially have ended the fall sports in 2020 for all the Big Ten schools. They're talking about pushing football to the spring. So I'm not sure what they're going to do about men's and women's basketball. Let's talk about football, though. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. It's more to see sports talk in the building. And do I agree? I mean, safety first. Lives over the economy, right? I know Trevor Lawrence is the biggest football star in the land. He is pushing to try to have football. You know what I'm saying? And I know if he knew this was going to be the outcome, he would have tried to challenge the 3-year college rule to get into the NFL. But the Big Ten was voted 12-2. Teams that wanted to play, I know Nebraska was the one that voted against it. And I think it could remember who the second team was, but Nebraska was one of the teams rumored to vote against it in Iowa. So Iowa and Nebraska wanted a Big Ten season. The other 12 teams said no. What's so funny about it? Ryan Day was asked, "What about Ohio State playing another conference?" If you missed my video, I'll explain that in a minute. He said we got to look at all options, but they athletic director voted, to end the season. All right, but there's been this rumor out there that that some Big Ten teams in Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, and Nebraska could push to form a super conference in the Big 12. Maybe joining them would be Notre Dame, Georgia, USC, and Alabama, and having one big super conference, having a conference champion, and then having a championship 2 weeks after the conference championship. So that idea has been thrown around that the schools that can afford the testing and the protocol and social distancing things you need to have, they have these meters, and some NFL teams to get too close to somebody. They're willing, some of the power conference schools are willing to form one big conference, and that would be the greatest thing ever in college football if everybody stay healthy, because every week will be a great battle. You wouldn't have the Middle Tennessee states, the Appalachian states, the Eastern Carolinas, and all that type of stuff. You're gonna have tough teams. It's gonna be a dogfight, and obviously all of them will share the revenue together. It'll be iconic. Alabama and Michigan week 3, or Notre Dame and Michigan week 2, or down the line Ohio State and Michigan still in the season. So, I mean, I guess it's the teams that can pay to play. They want to play. So that's kind of something that's been thrown out there. Now my issue with playing football in the spring. What are you talking? Are you sure that the coronavirus, is going to be gone by then? Nobody's sure about that. By that. And my other concern is with them saying that playing in the spring. What about the NFL Combine? We're not going to have a combine. We're not going to have a period where these players can rest up and enjoy life for a minute. So if you play in the spring, you talking what? March, April, May? Then they have to push back the NFL draft, and then it's just a lot of things that complicate things. Where do the kids get the rest at? The NFL will have to accommodate starting the season a different time, starting the training camp a different time, and that's even if we have a NFL season this year or next year. So it's a lot of questions to be asked. To me, it seems like it's a lot of assuming that the virus is just going to be gone by next year, or a vaccine or cure is going to be distributed by then. If you didn't know, the COVID-19 vaccine is in human trials in the United States, not over in Africa. Here, and they're paying people $1,000 in Michigan through the Henry Ford Health System to volunteer, and across the nation, I think there's 30,000 volunteers in all. And you won't know if the vaccine is good until next year. So if the vaccine is good, best case scenario, you find out sometime next year it works, then you have to worry about getting enough, to people in the world. Distribution going to take a while to create that much of a vaccine. So in actuality, we may not be back to normal till next fall. So at the end of the day, my idea of playing football in the spring, I just cancel it then. All the kids, I mean, you still should hold your word on their scholarships. Let them play. Let them use their scholarships. If they want to go home and train and get a 9 to 5 until the draft, I would just go ahead and train. Straight up and down. I would just say, fuck it. If no fall ball, no spring. Now, basketball is a tad bit different. It's not as physical. It's not as taxing on your body. They can start a season in basketball in March. You know what I'm saying? A makeshift conference season, then do a tournament. Basketball a little bit different. They can do that because the season may not start for basketball next year. I'm here in March, sometime in December, January, maybe December 1st. So it may not start until March. So that means they will have to make another makeshift season, and basketball may not start until next December again for 2022 season. So basketball, they can get away with it, but it's unfortunate that the Big Ten is canceling football. But I agree, player safety first, and I wonder how they going to kind of make people safe on campus is my question, because you living in dorms and you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't even send my child until it was clear. I would say you could just go do online classes at Henry Ford or W3CD until this clear up, and by the time maybe if it's 2 years, you save yourself some money by taking those same regular college courses for the fraction of the price, and then your last 2-3 years, whatever you're gonna do, you would save yourself a lot of debt by doing it the community college way, and then going back the last 2 years and doing it the university way. So that's my opinion on it. I'm not mad at it, but I don't think spring ball is gonna work. Let me know what you guys think about spring football. I think spring basketball is perfect. To be honest, I think spring basketball is ideal because it can work. Because how the NBA may not start until late in the early stages of 2021, maybe the first quarter of March. So it seems like a lot of people are happy or optimistic that this thing is going to pick up and leave. There's been talks about after the election it should pick up and leave. And if it does pick up and leave after the election, then it's kind of something a little fishy there. But no seeing Michigan football and basketball this fall. It's going to be awkward. Not sure what Big Ten network's going to do. SEC got a lot of football slots on their network, football slots on CBS. There's a lot of football, USC, Michigan slots. That's all over the place with ESPN. So I'm not sure how they're going to do television. I'm not even sure how these sitcoms are going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because were they able to film these sitcoms before with this coronavirus going on? So there might be a lot of replay. TV gonna lose a lot of money. TV networks gonna lose a lot of money, but they make a lot of money, so they can withstand this hit. Viacom and all the big networks, they can withstand this blow. But yeah, I'm kind of sad, but I'd rather players be safe first. And also another question is eligibility. How is that gonna go? If we don't play this year, am I still a sophomore? Do I still have the eligibility to continue on at the University of Michigan, or is this a lost year? So if I'm a senior, going into my last year, and I may be fringe NFL player or not, can I come back in 2021 as a senior still? That's an interesting question. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do about eligibility. Are they gonna grant these dudes an extra year for missing this year? That's a great question on that one. So that's some of the questions that the Big Ten, SEC, Pac-12, Big 12 is going to have to answer. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business questions, quality sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, subscription. Best way to donate. Share the video. And check out College Sports Talk playlist for more videos like this. One time for the one time. It's Motor City Sports Talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We gone.